Welcome everybody to the Wake Up Call channel. I have to do a video on this clip so people out there could just see how unbelievable all this stuff is and how we really are living in dual communism. Whoopi Goldberg, who I've exposed before, who is obviously not just a witch, who is obviously out on television promoting Freemasonry, see the all-seeing eye symbolism. Whoopi Goldberg, another one of these people that's famous, that nobody really knows why they're famous, because they're not funny, they're not entertaining, but if you realize that they're all government agents and government assets trained by the CIA, then you realize why they're famous in the first place. And Whoopi Goldberg was on national television. This is exactly how we get to a point that we're at now, where we're living literally in a hive mind. Whoopi Goldberg says that she'd vote for Biden even if he pooped his pants or can't put a sentence together. And that's the point that we've gotten to. Affiliation to the party. That's what communism is, where you literally will sit there, look at these candidates, and you'll say, instead of saying, you know what, the people need to do something about this. We got one guy that's senile and then one guy who's a criminal, supposedly, right? This whole facade that they're putting on. And people out there are being told, look, it's better that you vote for the guy who has Alzheimer's, who's senile, who can't put a sentence together, who's pooping his pants, who we don't care if his teeth fell out on stage and he was rolled out in a casket. We'd rather vote for the dead body and put him in as a sitting president of the United States than vote for Donald Trump. This is how they get this mindset across, which again is dual communism. The affiliation to the party. Not voting for a candidate who is best suited to be president, voting for a party. And that's how it's going to be and why it's going to be so easy to split this nation into two separate nations, because you have affiliations to a party, not to candidates, to a party, which is why they're pushing extremes on both sides. They're pushing extreme ideologies on both sides, and they're driving both sides insane. Don't forget, the Democrats feel just as oppressed as the conservatives feel. Even though it's hard to believe that they actually can feel that way, they do. They feel like they're under attack from conservatives, and conservatives, of course, are seeing every day free speech being removed, especially people like me and you. But listen to this clip of Whoopi Goldberg talking about, and this is without you would think the crowd would start laughing at these comments, talking about, I don't care if he crapped himself on stage, I'd still vote for him. This is the insanity that we're living in.
I don't care if he's pooped his pants. I don't care if he can't put a sentence together. Show me he can't do the job, and then I'll say, okay, maybe it's time to go. I'd rather all his teeth fell out and he pooped his pants and had to roll across the street than choose a man who I know is out to destroy the country. I have poopy days all the time. I step in so much poo you can't even imagine. Now, I'm not running the world, but I don't know anybody who doesn't step in stuff. I don't care if he's pooped his pants.
So again, what you heard there is dual communism. And what these agents do is they train people without them knowing it into being communists, into thinking in this hive mind, instead of saying, wow, what she's saying is utterly insane. What she's saying is utterly nuts, that they'd rather have a dead body, somebody who's senile, as president than the other guy because he's so extreme. Well, everybody's going to get one way or the other what they wished for at the end of all of this, whoever they put in as the sitting president, because chaos is going to ensue one way or the other. That's why they're the two perfect candidates. That's why it's not going to change. That's why you hear this roller coaster of he needs to step away, and then him saying, I'm not going to step away. And then the Democrats still voting for him because they're communists and they have to vote for their party. That's the point. So the other thing with Whoopi, again, that I've shown you over the years is Whoopi, just like most of these people do, they show you out in the open that they're agents, right? Whoopi Goldberg, bits and pieces, the all-seeing eye symbolism right in front of your face. Most of them do this on their books, their memoirs. They show you this all-seeing eye symbolism right to your face, and they don't expect you to have a clue. They show you to your face, right? Them putting a hand over their eye. Or even recently, like I showed you Jerry Seinfeld's wife putting the donut over her eye on her book. They show you this stuff right to your face, and then you open up the memoir, and of course inside the memoir you won't hear any truth. You won't hear anything about Whoopi Goldberg's affiliation to secret societies, the DeMolay, the Freemasonry, all Prince Hall Freemasons, right? You won't hear any of that stuff. What you hear is lies. I worked really hard to become a celebrity, to become famous. I believe in love. That's all that'll be in the memoir. And then everybody takes that as truth. And that's who Whoopi Goldberg is, because it says memoir nonfiction on the cover, right? But what they don't see on the cover is the blatant all-seeing eye symbolism right in front of them. Now, Whoopi has done many photographs with the all-seeing eye. And of course, as I mentioned, if you didn't see it, I'll show you the picture again because it's important. Whoopi Goldberg went on national television on The View wearing the Prince Hall Freemason outfit, jacket, coat, whatever it is, right? Button up. And people out there called Whoopi Goldberg out on it and said, look, Whoopi Goldberg's a Freemason. Not many people, of course, not the alt-right media, but people like this guy right here and others who had somewhat of a following at the time. And what happened was Whoopi had to go back on national television and say that she just picked it up, she picked it up at a thrift shop. And we're supposed to believe that, of course, that Whoopi Goldberg went to a thrift shop, didn't know what the symbol was, picked it out, and then wore it on national TV, as if these people show up to the studio every day wearing whatever they picked out at their home, as if they don't have costume and makeup and wardrobe, as if somebody's not going to check and say, hey, you probably shouldn't wear that. Of course, Whoopi knew that Whoopi would be able to get away with it, and even if people caught Whoopi, Whoopi would just come out and lie, and the people who watch The View, who are obviously completely brain dead, would defend Whoopi and believe whatever Whoopi says. So they'll believe that Whoopi went to a thrift shop and picked this out because Whoopi liked the colors gold and black and has no affiliation to a secret society because these people can't think further than they could actually see. So Whoopi Goldberg, again, is somebody else. If you haven't seen this before, Whoopi Goldberg doing the milk bath. People think that this is just random. Like this is silly and funny, right? Like Whoopi Goldberg. Hey, we're going to interview Whoopi Goldberg. Oh, okay. What picture do you want to take, Whoopi? What would be funny? Oh, Whoopi, like, I would like to fill a bathtub with milk and then lay in it. Now, for those of you that don't know, there's nothing artistic about it. And clearly, there's nothing funny about it either, because I don't know how many people are looking at this thinking that it's kooky and funny, being that we see it all the time, just most people don't realize it. The milk baptism, which I just uploaded the video to the website for people out there who might be new, who haven't seen it, who are over on the website, about the milk bath and the milk baptism. We've seen the Satanists standing outside of Planned Parenthood centers or buildings dumping milk on one another. And people out there just think it's some type of, what is the big deal? And of course, they've normalized this with milk baths. This is, of course, something that's practiced by witches. And we see Kim Kardashian. We've seen Rihanna. We've seen Miley Virus. We've seen Fergie. These celebrities always doing this. This is one of those things like the all-seeing eye. They dump milk on themselves. And of course, we all know in spirit cooking the use of milk in these rituals. The milk baptism is just as common as the blood baptism, or just these celebrities taking baths in all these music videos and nobody picking up on the pattern, right? Nobody picking up and saying, well, wait, Kim Kardashian took a milk bath. Rihanna's taking a milk bath in a video that's about the Antichrist. Miley Virus is taking a milk bath. Fergie's dumping milk on herself. Whoopi Goldberg's laying in a milk bath. They all think that this is just every one of them being an artist coming up with the idea to take a milk bath. And of course, they don't ever expect you to see the repetition in the pattern unless someone like me points it out to you and shows you this so that you go, hey, wait a minute, there is something here. What is that all about? What does it really mean? Why are they always doing these things over and over? Why is there a pattern? Why are they all affiliated to secret societies like the Prince Hall Freemasons, like Whoopi Goldberg is, or these other secret societies? And of course, these secret societies like Freemasonry are trying to bring about global communism. That's what they're trying to bring about. And that's why Whoopi Goldberg obviously identifies as a Democrat, because Democrats are communists. But the majority of people out there who think that they're woke and think that they have a clue don't realize that they're just being groomed into being communist foot soldiers. But the majority of people are being trained into thinking that they're aware of what's going on. They're about equity and diversity. They're just being groomed right into the Communist Manifesto, which I'll cover in another video for people out there to learn about just the basic structure of communism from Karl Marx's own mouth. You're seeing it. What you're seeing right now demonstrated to you, and how people are being groomed into love and all these ideologies, it's all fictional. It's all using these terms that are supposed to be meaning happiness, acceptance, love, tolerance. It's all grooming for people to accept global communism. And then they're going to wake up one day and realize that they're enslaved and they're not going to be happy and they're going to have no rights anymore. They're going to have no way to protect themselves anymore. They're going to give all control to the government. So Whoopi Goldberg, this idea of she would vote for Joe Biden, even if he was rolled out with no teeth, because he's the lesser of two evils. He's the better choice because the other guy is so wicked. Shows you where we're at as a society. And it just confirms to us that they're pushing this mindset to Democrats. Even if Joe Biden can't even see or speak, he's a better choice than Donald Trump, because you're going to be blamed come November 5th for the outcome of the election. You, the listeners, the citizens in America are going to be blamed for this. And the conservatives are going to say, look, all the Democrats voted for Joe Biden, even though they knew that he had Alzheimer's, that he couldn't see, couldn't stand. And even though they knew the next in line was Kamala Harris, who was only put in this position because of her skin color and the fact that she's a woman. And you're the ones responsible for this. And it'll lead to the separation between conservative and democratic states separating from the union. This stuff is all coming. And if you don't see it, you're not paying attention. This is coming. Most people don't want to accept it because it sounds horrifying. It is horrifying. It's horrifying that people are believing the propaganda. It's even more horrifying that people are allowing CIA operatives like Whoopi Goldberg to go on national television and tell you that the better idea, because by Whoopi saying this is what I am planning on doing, this is what spreads. All the people out there are under mind control. So they hear this stuff and they're put under hypnosis, and then they have the same mindset. They go and they repeat it. I'll vote for Joe Biden, even if Joe Biden's 6 feet under. I'll vote for him over Donald Trump because he's dangerous. He's a threat to our democracy. It's all mind control. Okay, all these thoughts. Anyone who repeats these things is under hypnosis, and we need to pull them out of it on both sides. Conservatives are under hypnosis and Democrats are under hypnosis. Civilians. They're being played by Democrat and Republican politicians who are working together to cause this. And these are the mindsets they want to push into your head. These are the types of things that you are loyal to your party no matter what. That's Communist 101, Communism 101. I thank everybody for being here. Hope you're all doing well. God bless you and your families, as always.